this M&P Competitor, it's really starting to shape up. I started out by changing the Cerakote over to an E series of Cerakote, which is quite a bit more durable than the coating that came on it. E210 Moss, for those who are wondering what color that is. Next, I've got the Floyd's Custom Shop brass magwell for this. Now that is a limited edition item if you're interested in a brass magwell for your M&P 2.0 metal competitor. You better get over there and get one before they run out. Also, while you're there, pick up some of these +6 mag extensions. I've got a discount code down below if you're interested in those. My favorite recent upgrade for this gun, Apex flat face trigger. I'm really happy that Apex went ahead and released that recently. That's a big improvement for the M&P. I absolutely love it. You may also notice I have the Hollow Sun 507 comp up here. That is mounted using a C&H plate system. Much better than the plastic plates that come with this gun. I did go ahead and order a second barrel for the Competitor through Apex recently. That way I could send the stock barrel into Floyd's Custom Shop to have it ported. And for instances where I can't use a ported barrel, I still have one that is basically stock configuration. There's really been so much going on with this gun since I brought it home. Now, the first thing I want to say before I get started talking about the port job on this gun, I know that porting isn't for everybody, so just calm down there in the comment section. I know that the Competitor isn't some sort of uncontrollable recoil beast. Some people really like to port their guns. Some people are curious about porting their guns, and those are the people that this video is for. Whatever your personal stance is on porting, do me a solid and hit that like button down below. Leave a little comment, and if you have time, take a moment and share this video on your social medias. YouTube really does try to bury firearm type content, so any interactions that you give with the content helps to battle against the algorithm, which helps to bring content like this to the firearms community. All right, now that I've got that covered, let's go ahead and get down to business. The Competitor is a 5-inch aluminum framed M&P that's marketed as being competition ready. Now, me personally, I'd say more competition minded than competition ready, but that's just my personal opinion. I do realize that some types of competition shooting do bar the use of ported barrels. So yes, this edition, it's not for everybody. Let's be honest though, most people buying this gun, they aren't using it for competition use. All you guys out there just wanting a 5-inch gun to run drills and have fun at the range, you guys are the ones primarily buying the Competitor. So you know what, why not have fun with it? Now personally, I really didn't feel like the Competitor needed any type of recoil reduction or, muzzle rise mitigation. It's not like it was uncontrollable or wild or hard to handle. But I test all kinds of things on this channel. I give my opinion, and then other people can decide if it's something that is right for them or works for their scenario. I'm Mike, this is 360 Tactical Solutions, and like I said, I didn't have a problem with the recoil performance of the Competitor to begin with. But also, when my friends over at Floyd's Custom Shop hit me up and asked me if I want to port my barrel and tell them what I think, I've got to do it. Floyd's has been a big supporter of the channel, so anytime Floyd's comes up with something that may work with a weapon that I have, I'm going to jump all over testing it out. This Competitor slide, it's probably the best looking OEM gun slide on the market, if you ask me. The way that they did the cuts on the top of the slide though, it didn't leave a lot of options for people to work with who want to port this gun. Really the only option is to do side ports, which coincide with the slots in the very side of the slide. Now when it comes to porting a barrel, you really have two options. The first option is having holes in the top of the barrel, and those are usually the ones that people think of when they think of porting a pistol. What those ports do is direct the gases upward to counteract muzzle rise. Now the other option is side ports, and there's a huge kind of heated debate on side ports and as to whether or not they actually do anything. Now, I'm not personally going to get into this debate for like a 15th time, but the side ports actually do quite a bit. If side ports are cut properly, they're going to counteract any rearward recoil that happens to occur. The key is to find the best combination of top and side ports to go ahead and tune in that recoil to just the right sweet spot. I've shot guns before that just dump way too much gas out of the top end, which does quite a bit for muzzle rise, but inevitably what you end up with is a gun that doesn't cycle properly, and you lose a heck of a lot of velocity with your round. There are a lot of negatives that can happen if a gun isn't ported right. Floyd's design takes advantage of the slots that are cut into the side of the slide to let the gases from the barrel escape. The barrel cuts themselves are made at roughly 11 o'clock and 1 o'clock. So they're kind of the best of both worlds. You are getting kind of a upper as well as a side port with the way that this is done. The first question people always want to know, is it reliable? Did I have to change the recoil spring? I'm sitting at just over 1,000 rounds since this thing came back from being ported. Still using the stock spring. It cycles reliable with 115 grain, 124 grain, 147 grain. Mostly I'm using AAC. I haven't shot a lot of like self-defense ammo through this gun just because I'm not really setting this thing up for like concealed carry or home defense type usage. In terms of reliability, it is running just as well as it did before it was ported. Accuracy, that's the same too. I pulled the barrel out of the slide, I shipped it off to Floyd's. Everything else stayed here on the gun. When the barrel came back, I slapped it back in there, I took it out to the range, and I didn't see any movement in my zero whatsoever. I have roughly 35-ish yards to work with at the outdoor shooting spot that I go. It might be 40 would be pushing it, but it's probably closer to 35. Within that range, I am seeing no noticeable difference or like degradation in accuracy since I've had this gun ported. The thing that really is noticeable before and after porting is the recoil impulse. It was a flat enough shooting gun to begin with, but after porting, it is a drastic difference. How much flatter does it shoot? Well, let's go ahead and take a quick side-by-side look of before and after footage. Later on, we'll use the Mantis X to collect some data and do a little bit of comparison, as well as check the before and after velocity. But for right now, let's just do a visual comparison. Visually, yes, the ported barrel does have less muzzle rise. The overall shooting experience is incredibly smooth compared to before. Not to say that it wasn't smooth stock right out of the box. Don't take that the wrong way and start angry typing down in the comments. The Competitor, as a stock gun, shoots really nice. It handles really well. But porting it takes it to a whole different level. It is a night and day difference. Sure, it's louder than it was before. Sure, occasionally it might spit out a fireball or whatever. You know what though? This gun can be ran really fast. Again, for the people in the back that ate paint chips as a kid, no one's saying that it can't be ran fast out of the box. This gun though, I am trying to build it up to the top end of its full potential. That's why I put the Floyd's custom brass magwell and the +6 mag extensions on it. That's why I'm using the 507 comp, and instead of using the BS plastic plates that come with this gun, I'm using a high quality plate from C&H Precision. I wanted to see the Competitor perform, and that's why I added the Apex trigger and the ported barrel. These upgrades, they aren't for everybody, and I realize that. What they are, though, is great options for anybody that has the Competitor and wants to get more performance out of it than you're going to get straight out of the box. One of the things that I really like about porting a barrel is that because of the decrease in muzzle rise, I am able to get back on target faster. When you combine that with the short pull of the Apex trigger and that big ass window and multiple reticles on the 507 comp, that gives you an incredibly fast and flat shooting gun that's an absolute pleasure to shoot. Now, I realize there are a lot of things I did not cover in this video, things like the backbore process that Floyd's does. Now, if there are any questions regarding porting your gun, feel free to drop down in the comments section and ask away. I do have a video scheduled in the very near future. I'm going to be doing some velocity testing as well as some recoil comparison using the Mantis X. So just stay tuned for that. Expect that here, I don't know, in the next month or so. Remember guys, enjoy yourselves out there. Buy the gun you want, build it how you want, just do you. And at the end of the day, as long as you're being safe and having a good time out there, you know what? That's what it's all about. Till next time, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you back here real soon.